crew, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. We introduce a lot of the vehicles that come through our shop on this channel, and today's vehicle happens to be a Mazda RX7. So for those of you guys that like spinning triangles, boost, and all that good stuff, well, that's what we got today. And this is actually quite stock for the most part. There are a couple of mods on there, intake exhaust, a couple of other things right there, aftermarket wheels, audio deck like right here, the Kenwood. A lot of older mods really. And then the rest is pretty much OEM. So the interior's OEM here, and I do have a Nardi Torino steering wheel that I guess you can probably see just a little bit right there. But really that's kind of the most of it. A couple of like carbon fiber look trim pieces. It's really nothing else on the interior there. Headliner's doing real good, not sagging. For the dash, the little ventilation thing over there does have a couple of cracks there from flexing, but the dash itself is pretty good. There's a couple of holes here from the previous owner. I think they had a gauge or one of those Navi system setups right there. So there's like 4 holes right there for the dash, whatever they mounted there. But I mean, other than that, the rest of the interior is looking all right, especially considering, you know, the vinyl and the age. It's not too shabby. It's not like torn or anything. A little minor warpage here and there, but that's kind of typical for something this age. And I'm not so sure on the other mods in terms of transmission. Definitely the clutch is a little bit better than OEM. The sound is pretty good because we do have the Blitz Nurspec exhaust. So you can kind of hear it there. Whenever I'm spooling up, you can obviously hear that. I think you guys heard the flutter of the wastegate earlier. Overall, yeah, pretty smooth riding. It's not as rough as some of our other more recent vehicles, like you guys may have seen the Chaser video and stuff. But certainly quite OEM for an RX-7. We've had some really crazy modified ones, and we've had pretty much bone stock. This is one of those happy mediums. See right there the catch of the clutch. It's a little bit more firm, so I do have to be careful with that, but overall still good. I think they might have changed the LSD. Not sure. Have to double check with the sales guys if they even know anything about it. Whenever I'm hitting a turn or just like slowly in the parking lot, you know, for those of you guys familiar with the limited slip differential, it grabs a little bit while you're turning, and because both the rear wheels will be spinning at the same rate, so hear a little bit of that noise like when turning. So I believe it's either 1.5 or 2-way, I'm not sure, but it's certainly better than OEM, so there's that. As you can see, pretty smooth through the RPMs there. I didn't get as much backfiring there. Sometimes whenever I'm just like cruising at lower speeds, it'll backfire. But for there at wide open throttle, it's doing a pretty good job. So that's that. Well, let's fast forward up to the warehouse and I'll show you guys around. The exterior is looking really good on here. Nothing too fancy, OEM wing and all that. Let's check it out. Let's fast forward to the warehouse. Alright, and here we are from the interior. As you can see, the door panel is looking pretty good. And I think I can actually get the angle here where you can see the 4 holes I was talking about on the dash. But the rest of the dash looking alright. Try to get a better view there. Maybe from outside, a little too reflective there, but yeah, you get the idea. As you can see, we have OEM seats, OEM shift knob, and that good old Kenwood audio deck there. I'm not sure about the speakers. As you can see, the rear seat. Not much room if you're reasonably tall, but if you got a couple of kids, they'll fit back there until they get too big. But yeah, overall it's essentially a two-seater. And oh yeah, here's the mileage for you. I forgot to mention that earlier. Got 41,896. It'll be a little bit over 41,900 by the time I bring it back to the office. But yeah, pretty good overall. You can see over here the door panel once I step out of the way. And I'll show you the exterior here, a good old walkthrough. And I'll show you the exterior here with a good old walkthrough. And basically it's OEM as can be, except for we got a front lip. So we don't have like a full-on kit, wide body or anything crazy like that. It's pretty much stock with a front lip. As you can see, it's around OEM height as well. It's a little bit of fender gap there. And that front badge removed, so even the rear badges were removed. And the overall paint condition is actually pretty good. Wasn't seeing any fade on the clear coat. As you can see, the badge right there is not there on the right. Got this good old Blitzner spec. And we'll take a look under the hood here. Alright, and here's some additional numbers for you if you want to look those up at your favorite registries. Find all the info that you want about it, or if you want to ask our sales guys about it, they'll let you know. As you can see, we do have the aftermarket air filter. It's opened up so you can definitely hear the spooling also while you're driving, which is nice. I believe this is the OEM intercooler, but everything is looking pretty decent right there, except for got a little bit of paint coming off on the strut bar, but that is also an OEM RX7 strut bar. It's a little bit of rubbing on the insulation there, so after years of that, the paint's coming off. That could be refreshed pretty easily though. Yeah, pretty much stock motor for the most part. Just opened up a little bit so it's breathing better. Alright, also in the trunk area, a little bit of water rolled off there from when I washed it earlier. And then no spare tire, makes it a little bit lighter. If you want a replacement, we got that. but it does have aftermarket wheels on it, so I'll just be getting a basic donut. So the hydraulics are holding up pretty good here. You can even hear that. Look, no hands. It's doing its job. So still in good shape. Yeah, even enough resistance. Have to give it a little bit more to close that up. Well, all right, crew. Actually, there's a couple of closing remarks I did want to point out about the aftermarket rims and stuff. They were repainted, I believe, by the previous owner, so I'm not sure what the original color was, but they did paint those black, but looks pretty good. Also, the two-way differential, it is actually two-way when I was driving around, because even on deceleration you can definitely feel that. So if you're a drifter, that's really good for you. So as always, guys, thanks for stopping by, and if you're interested in this or any other vehicles, make sure to hit up our sales team, info at jdm-expo.com, and you can also hit them up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Our sales team will be able to get back to you within about 24 hours. All DMs go to them, so whether you email or DM, they got you covered. If you have any questions about the process, I know there's shipping delays around the world. We got those supply chain issues that are affecting everyone, whether you're in the UK, Australia, or in the States, or even here in Asia. It's a little bit backed up when it comes to all the shipping, a little high demand, you know, as things have been opening back up. So there are delays. Our sales guys can keep you informed on that. So yeah, some of the cars we've sent overseas have just been a little bit delayed. Some of them have been just fine, so it's hit or miss really, depending on where you are. So definitely they'll be able to update you on that sort of information. And if you have any other questions about the process, or you're looking for something a little bit less modified, a little bit more modified, you're looking for a swap candidate, they can also let you know about other RX7s and other vehicles. We do have a couple of Silvias, and we got more on the way, so I'll be definitely back again with you in another video for those. But I just want to make sure to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.